All right, so you're gonna lift out the monitor out of the teal bin. Now you're gonna push the bar forward and make sure that it's locked into place. So we're gonna loosen this one up. Take the black piece of Velcro and push this in so it's in there solid. Take the camera out of the camera bag and you're gonna open up the bottom of the camera. There's a camera door. You're gonna open up the door. There's a release button right in the middle. You're gonna open it up and then you're gonna stick your battery. Make sure that the plug for the battery is to the outside, like that. You're gonna push it in until it clicks. Make sure the cord stays on the outside and then push the door closed so your AC power's in there. You're gonna stick your AC power. There's Velcro on the bottom of the box. You're gonna stick that right up on top of there so it doesn't move. And then I'm gonna set the camera right up here. Turn it off for a minute. There is a nut bolt that's in the front of the camera bag. I just pulled it out. You're gonna lift the camera off. There's a bar here with a hole. You're gonna put the nut in there and then you're gonna turn the camera sideways like this and you're gonna screw it into the bottom of the camera like it is. And you're not gonna put it in there totally because we're gonna have to make some adjustments, but now you can see the camera is in place and ready to go. There in the teal bin, in the clear container, there is a cord that goes into the camera. It has a micro mini on one end and a USB on the other end. You're gonna take the micro mini, you're gonna turn your camera sideways, and then you are gonna stick your micro mini and place it in there just like that. Then you're gonna turn your camera around and you're gonna stick it into place so that you'll be able to turn it on later. Make sure that your micro mini cord is able to come out. I tend to put it through the bottom one right here off to the side. You're also gonna do the same with your cord there. So all of your cords should be hanging at this point. Down extension cord. Like that. And then everything that has a cord on it needs to be plugged in, but make sure that it's plugged into the power strip on the inside of the booth because we don't want any cord showing to. They're in the bottom of the teal bin. Spin these in just like a conventional household light bulb, except they're taller and brighter. It's not gonna go on yet until we plug it into the wall. Black extension cord at the bottom of your bin. This cord will plug in to your power strip, and then make sure you push it. And you're gonna go all the way to the other side because you don't want the cord to show. So we'll send it through. Make sure that when you plug in and you set your booth up, that you are somewhat within 10 feet to an outlet on the wall. Ideally, you want it right behind the booth right here. But sometimes you have to go down a ways with it, so you just want to tuck your cord and make sure that your cord is on. We're going to cover up some of this light a little bit so you have sides for the booth. I'm going to put the bottom one in here because we're pretty much done with that down there. So you're going to Velcros right to the side. And then we'll leave the other two off for now because we're going to need to make some adjustments. The table you actually be using at the event is slightly smaller than this, but I'm using this one because it's in our house at the moment. This is the table that your printer and your computer will sit on along with your scrapbook for the event. You want to make sure the table's set up, and it's imperative that you always put a black tablecloth over it to make sure there aren't any cords hanging anywhere. Then you want to make sure that your VGA cord that came out of the TV is outside of the booth hanging because we're going to be plugging it in, along with the cord that's gonna plug into the computer for the camera. And make sure that's on the outside. All right, your printer is in the black bin. You're gonna open it up, lift it with 2 hands, make sure you don't drop it. You're gonna walk over to your table, and I kitty corner it so that I park it on an angle. In the back side with the power, you plug the other power into your power strip, and then you can press the power button and turn it on. While it's powering up, you want to go ahead and take your cable that was from the camera and bring it around and plug it into the computer. And then take your VGA cord, plug it right into the side of the computer. And then you want to adjust your back and make sure that you don't have any excess cables sticking out over here. I often tend to rest this one kind of right up there at the top so it actually pumps in. And you want to reach in with your hand, and you want to reach down to the bottom. You're not able to see it, you gotta just feel it with your hand. Reach down to the bottom and turn on the monitor. It's the last switch on the bottom of the left side, or the right side of the booth rather. Now all we need to do is test out and make sure that everything will run properly. Set up, or you can do this when you do the enclosure as well. There's 4 clips inside the clear bin in the teal container. You want to button up your back curtain so that people can't see in. So you're going to clip one up there, down below. Now on the inside, you just want to make sure that there's no silver. Like up here you can see silver. You just want to make sure the silver's not showing. So that when you see it on the screen, you don't see any silver on either one of the sides. Choice of different backdrops. There's a black backdrop, which is the standard enclosure the way it is right now. We also have a silver backdrop, a gold backdrop, and a rose gold backdrop. The rose gold backdrop is the most popular option. On your paperwork, it will specify the backdrop that you're going to use in your booth. If you have an enclosed unit and it's not a black backdrop, it's a different color, then you're gonna grab the specified color that's in your bin and you're gonna put it in the back of the booth, and you're gonna drape it up over the top, along with making sure that it covers partially on both sides, so that way no black is showing when the pictures are taken. And so you're gonna make sure it's evenly spread.